Good afternoon, you awakening wonders. I took some time off because I don't know if I had flu or COVID or something, but we're over it now. We healed ourselves. Today we're going to talk about this whole notion and idea about why people say, and I've never heard anyone talk about why, when they say everything is in the present moment. Be in the present moment. Okay, and then what? Just be in the present moment. The now. Eckhart Tolle wrote a whole book about the power of now. I don't remember if he mentioned scientifically why, but I'll say it. What happens is that we're all emitting light all the time. We're all emitting electromagnetic frequency all the time, which means we are talking to the quantum all the time. So when you're suffering, when you're addicted to suffering, unknowingly, unconsciously, obviously, everybody on the road is upsetting you. You watch the news and you're upset about everything that's happening out there, right? And you do that every day, and you do that for 10 years and 20 years and 30 years. Now that's you. In fact, your body will push you to feel miserable. Your body will push you to feel angry. Your body will come up with things to be angry about. Why? Because the body's like, this is what we want. Come on, we've been used to this now. We've been doing this for 20 years. What, are we going to stop now? You know, you condition your body in a certain way and your body becomes your best friend. It's just a servant to you, right? And when you train a servant in such a way, servant then becomes the master, because it starts to direct your energy towards that suffering, misery, anger, rage, anxiety, fears, all kinds of stuff, doom and gloom. So there's two ways to look at this. We're going to talk about the the genes part of it, and then we're going to talk about the energy in your aura and how that goes towards your past and the future, and how you can prevent that from past and the future, and how you use that in the now, and what the power of now in that sense means. And I don't remember what Eckhart Tolle said about it. I wrote that book. I read the book a long time ago. So let's talk about genes first. So when you have a thought, you release the thought attracts things, experiences, and so on, creates an emotion. The emotion gets embedded in. There's a cycle of it, right? You're having more thoughts based on that emotion. And then a positive loop or a negative loop, depending on how you look at how your life unfolds. It turns on specific genes and turns off specific genes. So I'm talking about this strictly from my own personal perspective. Okay, you guys can do your own research on this. This is what I have learned in my own life, and this is how I'm practicing my life as an advanced spiritual student, let's say. So we turn on and off specific amount of genes. So if you have then stress genes on, or genes that are causing you stress, anxiety, fear, and those genes stay on for a while, what ends up happening is that when you have offspring, when you have children, those stress genes, those bad genes that have been turned on in you for so long will automatically get turned on in them. Because evolutionarily, your body thinks that that's what you want your children to have, because that's what you have wanted for yourself for so long. So you must want these genes on in your offspring. Now, that's now their genetic destiny, which they can change at any time, but their default unconscious mode is going to be the stress and the fear and the anxiety, something to be very careful about. That should motivate you to be more present. Now, when you focus on the fear and anxiety and rage and everything else, which is coming from your past because you've been conditioning yourself, what is happening is you're taking the energy from your magnetic field, your aura, and you're pushing that energy towards your past. So when you do that, you have less energy left in the present moment, not only to heal yourself, to harmonize your body, but to use that energy for new thoughts, new experiences, new future that you're able to create. You have just less and less energy. Your aura starts to shrink because you're pushing that energy towards your past. And the same thing would happen into the predictable future, right? So if you wake up and the first thing you're thinking about is what's going to be on my Twitter feed, or what is going to be, how many likes did I get on my Facebook post or Instagram post, and then you start checking that first thing in the morning. Now you're thinking about going to sit on the toilet or going to the shower, and then you end up going to the shower, and while you're on the toilet and you're in the shower, you're thinking about getting dressed. What do I wear? While you're wearing things, you're thinking about what do I eat? What's in the fridge? And then while you're in there, while you're eating, you're thinking about traffic, work, when do I leave? What do I have to do today? And then while you're doing those things, you're upset. You're thinking about, you know what, I'm gonna have a couple drinks tonight, and I'm gonna watch Friends, and I'm gonna do this or that. And then and you're constantly in such a predictable future that you don't have any electromagnetic aura left for you to be able to create new experiences for your life. So when you are always into the future, always into the past, that's what happens. That's what happens in my experience. Something that I've changed now. How do I apply this to my life? What has changed into my life since I became an advanced student? One thing that I've started to learn was I have not been thinking about and this might sound a little esoteric and this might sound a little strange, but it's been very true for me for the past 21 days at least, or ever since November 12th, actually. So almost a month. I have not been thinking about bills. I've not been thinking about certain things that I need to take care of. I might put a reminder on my phone. Hey, remind me on X date of this thing that I need to do. I need to change the air filter in my house, or I need to take my dog to a salon, or Maria is coming to do the detailing of the house or the cleaning of the house and make sure that I leave the money for her. And I'll put those reminders on, and then I'll just throw it out of my mind. No more thinking about that. And the whole time that I'm present, when I'm not working, when I'm out and about, when I'm outside, when I'm having my coffee, I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about chores. I am truly just looking around the world in a completely new light, in a completely new way. And I'm having thoughts I've never had before. I'm imagining being the future me. And some people can visualize things a lot better. Some people are not good at that. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at visualizing. I could have my eyes open and I could be in a different house. I could picture being inside my future house. While I'm in this house, with my eyes open, I can visualize exactly what it would look like. And I've been practicing doing that. Initially, I only looked at the outside of the house. Then I started to picture when I enter. On the right side, it's an open seating of living room and everything else. On the right side, it's an open kitchen. And then there's a hallway going to the right. So I was initially only thinking about what I want my first floor to look like. And then I would imagine, okay, so there's floor to ceiling windows on the back of the first floor looking outside in the back. Now, what do I want the back to look like? And I would do that stuff. So this is new thoughts. I'm doing new visualizations. I'm putting out new frequency and new information into the quantum. I'm doing this actively. And I'm playing. I'm just being playful, right? I'm just thinking, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm feeling it. And then I visualize my entire future life and I give it a symbol. Could be anything, wings, right? And I visualize wings that just hug me at my chest. And those wings come off and they fly and they're still connected to me with light whenever I want to. So this is just, guys, this might sound crazy, but this is just me playing with how imagination could work. This is me playing with how thinking can work, right? How do you do this? I'm sharing a lot more information than I should. And I'm still keeping in a lot of information, and I will slowly start to leak more information as people ask me more questions. And if they're keeping on, if they can keep track of this, and a couple things happen when you do that. You start to realize that everything in your life is still getting done. Everything that you need to get done is still getting done, but somehow you're no longer thinking about it nonstop. You're truly having new thoughts. You're having new emotions. I'm walking from my bedroom downstairs, and all of a sudden I just start to, my energy centers just go crazy. And I feel this extreme joy, random, spontaneous joy, because I'm not thinking about what happened yesterday, and I'm not thinking about what I need to do today. I'm simply just blissfully in the present moment, just coming downstairs. And then I go to make coffee. And when I think about, okay, I'm going to go to make coffee, and then I switch off my brain and I go into the present moment again. And I just let the body go and make coffee, right? Put some cinnamon in it, put some hazelnut. Hazelnut's my favorite coffee. Medium roast, 100% Colombian with some cinnamon, hazelnut, and that's my coffee. After that, I'll either go for a walk with Ty, go on a walk by myself, go to my sunroom, sit in my swing egg chair, and simply think about the better version of me. How would it feel? How would that man walk? How would that person think? How would he smile? How would he look at the world? How would he touch himself when he's just fixing things? How would he feel when he's doing that? How grateful would he feel? And I would just practice doing that. And as I did that, I don't realize that it's changing my personality slowly. And guess what? Your personality creates your personal reality. As you change, everything around you changes, because everything affects everything. So when you change, when your thoughts change, when then your emotions change, then your actions change. The way you make decisions will change. The way you feel about how you do things will change. The confidence, everything else. And you can look at all the different energy centers on how those energy centers impact you, your personality, and then subsequently your personal reality. So for example, your heart center is your creative center, right? You can look at heart is chakra number 4 or energy center number 4. I'm not sure if the internet has truly caught on to the fact that we call it energy center. So you can call it the 4th chakra. So you can study what these chakras' names are and what their impacts are. And if they're strong or if they're weak, how would that impact you? You can look at it. Try to make sure you look at least 4 or 5 different sources if you're going to be studying chakra. So you can find more little commonalities. So if one website is a little bit off or a little bit wrong or doesn't resonate with you, you can still get the right information, right? So you get the information, then you implement them, then you change your thoughts. And when you have clarity in your mind, when you're truly present in your mind, and you're not worried about the things you need to do, because you have set the reminders on your phone, right? Perhaps, or you have a calendar on your fridge, and now you don't have to really think about it all the time and stress about it, right? So there might be a meeting that's coming up that has a heavy impact on your life, let's say, or at least a heavy impact on your week, let's say. So it might bother you for a little while if you keep thinking about it. It might just, do I need to do this or do I need to do that? One thing I've found is I just stopped thinking about it. I was like, Sounds like it's a pretty important thing for me. It's going to stress me out if I keep thinking about it. So I'm not going to think about it until it happens. I have a buddy. He's a bodybuilder and he's a procrastinator. I've always been a procrastinator, but somehow I'm a very successful guy. I'm a very happy guy, you know? And procrastination has never led me to failures. Never, not even once. All these people that say, kill your procrastination, just shush. Don't listen to them. There's nothing wrong with procrastination. Sometimes when you wait until the last minute to get things done truly, all it takes to get it done is 1 minute then, because you waited until the last minute. Imagine that. So people stress themselves out too much. All these people that are talking about disciplines, here's how you motivate yourself, all that discipline and everything, all that does is stress you out. You change the way you think. You stop stressing yourself about life. You tune yourself into the future you. Everything else will take care of itself. I don't work out. It doesn't feel like I work out, but I can still do 120 push-ups in 120 seconds. I can still do 25 pull-ups. I'm still a 225-pound muscular guy. I can still see my six-pack. Guys, things can get done so easily when you let life flow through you. I eat once a day. My breakfast and lunch is 1 cup of coffee. I don't do snacks. I don't believe in snacks. And then late afternoon, I'll have a meal and I'm done for the day. And I can still maintain 225 pounds of muscle. Stop stressing yourself out, people. Enjoy your life. There's 0.0001% of hologram that you have created, by the way. Everything around you, everything you have done, everything that you're experiencing in life is you're doing. Whether you like it or not. Well, I know all the victims are going to be crying if they're listening to me right now. Oh, it's the boomers, or it's the climate change, or it's this or that. It's you. Everybody has a personal reality, and it changes based on who you become. It changes based on, or it remains or changes based on who you have been, who you are, how you think, and that changes your discipline, it changes your motivation, it changes your habits, changes the way you operate, the way you think, all of that. So the genes, we talked about genes, that not only will you turn on and off genes based on how you create your personal reality, how you change your personality with your thoughts and your emotion, and where you give your energy from your aura, from your electromagnetic waves. So if you're in a road rage all the time, you have an hour to go to work, and then you're coming back, and for 2 hours a day, you are in road rage, you're pissed at everybody, you're flicking people off, you are honking everything. What you're basically telling the quantum is, I want you to give me more anger. I want you to piss me off. I want you to hurt my feelings so that I can validate that the fact that I need to be more pissed off. And I want you to do it in a way that surprises me. It comes out of nowhere, please, so that I can not only know that I need to be more pissed off, but so that there's no doubt that it's going to piss me off. Imagine that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, people. Think about it. Everything affects everything. When you change your thoughts, it changes everything. When you change your emotions, it changes everything. When you become nothing, when you go into meditative state, when you shut off your eyes and you reduce the sensory input into your being, and you put some headphones on, and maybe you put some meditative upbeat music that will help you with certain emotions that you can generate in your body. So the outside sensory input goes off or gets reduced. Inside world becomes more alive. You can start to imagine, you can start to do some thinking, you can start to create what the new reality might feel like, look like, add some details to it, really feel it, so that when you're done with your meditation, you open your eyes and you start walking around the world as the new person. It's as if you're not going to get up the same person that sat down to do the meditation. Easier said than done, but boy, is it fun. It is so much fun when you learn how to do it. You will cry in that meditation. You will start laughing in that meditation. And it is changing the neurons in your body. It is changing who you are physically during every meditation if you have the right intentions, if you're focused. No wonder people are curing cancers, autism, autoimmune diseases, brain problems, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to leave it at that for today. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing holiday season. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you.